In a small town, nestled between rolling hills, lived two friends, Liam and Noah. Their bond was forged not in classrooms, but in a dusty garage filled with ambition and the smell of sawdust. They shared a dream to build something of their own, something that would last. They started a small carpentry business, Oakheart Creations, pouring every ounce of their energy and every penny they had into it. Liam was the visionary, his hands shaping wood with an artist's touch. Noah was the strategist, his mind weaving plans and securing deals. They worked day and night, their laughter echoing through the workshop, their struggles binding them closer. Their first big break came from a local cafe owner who admired their passion. That single commission opened the floodgates. Soon, their handcrafted furniture was the talk of the town, and then the region. Success, when it came, was swift and overwhelming. They moved from the garage to a sprawling workshop, hired a team, and watched their bank accounts swell. It was everything they had ever dreamed of. But dreams, when they materialize so quickly, can cast long, dark shadows. The sweet taste of success began to change Liam. He who once found joy in the grain of the wood now found it in the applause of strangers and the envy of competitors. He started attending lavish industry events, swapping his dusty work apron for designer suits. He began to see Noah not as a partner, but as a subordinate. "Noah, we need to think bigger," he'd say, dismissing Noah's cautious advice. "You're too stuck in the old ways. This is my vision now." The shared laughter in the workshop was replaced by a tense silence. Liam started making unilateral decisions, investing in risky, flashy projects without consulting Noah. He would belittle Noah's concerns in front of their employees, creating a rift not just between them, but within their entire team. Their friendship, once the bedrock of their business, was cracking under the weight of Liam's burgeoning ego. Noah tried to reach him, to remind him of the days in the garage, of their shared promise. "Liam, we built this together," he pleaded one evening. Liam scoffed, "I built this, you just handled the paperwork." The words struck Noah like a hammer blow, shattering the last remnants of their bond. He saw that the friend he knew was gone, replaced by a stranger blinded by pride. The breaking point arrived with a massive, prestigious contract for a luxury hotel. Liam, against Noah's desperate warnings, had promised an impossible deadline, using unproven, expensive materials to impress the client. He saw it as his magnum opus, the project that would cement his legacy. He poured all their capital into it, ignoring Noah's pleas for prudence. "This is what greatness looks like, Noah. You wouldn't understand," Liam had declared, signing the final papers. The project was a catastrophe. The new materials were unstable, the designs were too complex for the rushed timeline, and the costs spiraled out of control. The hotel chain, furious, pulled the contract and sued them for breach. The lawsuit was the final nail in the coffin. Oakheart Creations, the dream born in a dusty garage, crumbled into bankruptcy. Liam lost everything: the business, the money, the respect he so desperately craved. He stood alone in the empty, cavernous workshop, the silence a deafening testament to his failure. It was in that crushing silence that realization finally dawned. He saw the ghosts of his past: Noah's earnest face, their shared laughter, the simple joy of creating something beautiful together. He realized he hadn't just lost a business, he had betrayed a friendship, a brotherhood. The weight of his arrogance came crashing down, leaving him hollowed out by loss and regret. Months turned into a year. Liam took up a simple carpentry job in a neighboring town, his hands relearning the humility of the craft. He found solace not in applause, but in the familiar scent of wood shavings and the quiet satisfaction of a well-made joint. He sold the few expensive things he had left and sent the money to Noah, not as a repayment, but as an apology, a small gesture of his profound remorse. He didn't expect a reply. One crisp autumn afternoon, as Liam was sanding a simple chair, a familiar figure appeared at the workshop door. It was Noah. He looked older, his face etched with the lines of the past year's hardships, but his eyes held no anger. He simply looked at Liam, at the simple work he was doing, and saw a flicker of the old friend he once knew. "I heard you were making good things again," Noah said softly, his voice steady. Liam's hands stilled, his heart pounding in his chest. Tears welled in his eyes as he looked at his friend. "I'm sorry, Noah," he whispered, his voice thick with emotion. "I lost my way." Noah walked over, placed a hand on his shoulder, and gave a small, sad smile. "I know," he said. "Sometimes you have to lose everything to find what truly matters." In that quiet workshop, surrounded by the simple beauty of wood and honest work, a broken friendship began to mend. They didn't talk of rebuilding the business. They talked of life, of lessons learned, and of second chances. Liam learned that true value isn't found in wealth or fame, but in humility, connection, and the quiet peace of a redeemed soul. The pride that had blinded him had finally given way to the clarity of gratitude, and in that clarity he found his way back home. Pride is a subtle thief. It doesn't just steal your success. It steals your soul, your relationships, and the very essence of who you are. Liam's story is a powerful reminder to stay grounded, to cherish the people who stand by you during the struggle, and to never let the glitter of success blind you to the gold of genuine connection. If you're on a journey, remember to look back at where you started and who was with you. Thank you for watching. If this story resonated with you, please consider liking this video and subscribing to our channel for more content that explores the depths of the human experience. Stay humble and stay true.